When you type your username and password into a website, the server verifies who you are. But the website doesn't ask for your password every time you click a new link, open a message, or update your profile. That would be a user nightmare. Instead, the moment you successfully log in, the server hands your browser a temporary digital passport, a session cookie. As long as your browser holds this cookie, you stay logged in. It is your temporary proof of identity. But what happens if that passport is poorly designed? What if a security researcher discovers that session tokens follow a predictable pattern or identifies a weakness that exposes a live token during authorized security testing? Passwords are no longer the only factor protecting an account. Today, we are breaking down session management vulnerabilities. I'm going to show you how web applications keep track of your identity, how weak cookie generation structures can create security issues, and how session vulnerabilities work behind the scenes. Let's look at the tokens. To find session flaws, you have to understand the stateless nature of the web. HTTP protocol is fundamentally forgetful. It doesn't remember past requests. Session management is the engine developers build on top of it to maintain your state. There are two primary ways servers track sessions today. 1. Stateful sessions. The server generates a completely random string, like session equals XYZ789, hands it to you, and keeps a record of it inside a central database memory. 2. Stateless sessions, JWTs. The server hands you a JSON web token. This token actually contains your user data encrypted or digitally signed by the server's private key. If these session tokens are predictable, like using sequential numbers or standard base64 encoding with no secret key, unauthorized users may be able to predict or recreate them. If they lack proper security flags, they can also become exposed more easily over the network. Let's pull up our browser and see exactly what these digital passports look like. Navigate to any standard web platform inside your testing environment, right-click anywhere on the screen, and select Inspect Element, or just hit F12 on your keyboard. Go straight to the Storage or Application tab at the top of the Developer Console and click on the Cookies drop-down menu on the left side. Look at the matrix grid that appears. You'll see a variable name like session or PHPSESSID, followed by a long, complex string of random alphanumeric letters and symbols. That string is what keeps you authenticated. Now, look closely at the columns to the right. You will see flags labeled HttpOnly, Secure, and SameSite. These flags are the security shields protecting your session passport from unnecessary exposure. Let's break down what happens when those shields are missing. Let's trace how a session vulnerability can affect an application using two common scenarios. Scenario A, missing HTTP-only flag. If a developer forgets to activate the HTTP-only flag on a session cookie, it means client-side scripts can read it. Remember our last lesson on cross-site scripting, XSS? If an XSS vulnerability exists on that site, browser scripts may be able to access document.cookie. Because HTTP only is missing, the session token could become exposed. Scenario B, weak token generation. Sometimes old or poorly configured applications use predictable session strings. For example, if a system creates session IDs by taking the username and converting it to a standard data format like base64 text, a security researcher can quickly recognize the pattern. If the decoded cookie translates directly to user:\wiener, changing it to user:\admin, and re-encoding it demonstrates why predictable session formats should never be trusted. This example highlights the importance of strong session validation on the server side. Securing sessions requires strict back-end discipline. If you are auditing an application or writing your own code, always ensure high entropy, session IDs must be generated using cryptographically secure pseudo-random number generators, so they are completely unpredictable. The HttpOnly flag is enabled. This locks the cookie down so that browser scripts cannot read or touch it, greatly reducing the risk of session exposure through XSS. The secure flag is enabled. This forces the browser to only transmit the session cookie over encrypted HTTPS connections, helping protect it on public networks. Proper session invalidation. When a user clicks log out, the server must completely destroy that token inside its database, rendering the session immediately invalid. Session security is the structural glue that keeps web access reliable. When it fails, authentication and authorization can both be affected. We have explored subdomains, fuzzed hidden parameters, tested script injection in authorized labs, analyzed access control with IDOR, and examined session management. Now, we have arrived at the final milestone of our learning path. In our grand finale, Part 12, we are covering the next steps: how to start hunting bugs legally for cash. I'm going to show you how to take everything you've learned in this course, sign up for global platforms like BugCrowd and HackerOne, and begin your journey into professional bug bounty hunting and ethical hacking through authorized security programs. I'm ACW360. Keep analyzing your session structures safely, smash that subscribe button to complete the playlist track, and I will see you in our final episode, Part 12.